Does Jesus deny tradition when he says to the Pharisees,
but we read the verse, he didn't say, we are not supposed to do that, but he said, basically he's telling them, don't hide under the tradition, because again, they what they were doing, he tried to show their deception. They trying to show off like, hey, we care for the tradition of the fathers, which we should. And Christ, he didn't say don't, but he said, you saying this, and before that, by the way, he told them about David when he went to the altar in Matthew, in the Gospel of Matthew. And so he's trying to, what happened with their traditions, which they kind of switch, like I was saying a minute ago, they kind of take the offering, and instead of helping the parents and then help the church also, or the synagogue at that time, they used to concentrate a lot on helping or taking the money for the synagogue, and the excuse they give the children not to help their parents by telling them, I have offered my offer to the temple. And the moment you say that, you cannot argue with that, because this is a duty of all of us to actually we should really give it a tithe for the church, which unfortunately we lost this tradition. But so yes, we must help the church, but that doesn't mean we disregard the help of the parents. And that's what they were doing, and that's what he exposed for them. And he exposed also, the cleansing of the hands and all the hearts. But no, he's not against at all. He actually himself, Christ, he followed all the tradition of the Old Testament. If we read, the events that Christ attended and what he did, and celebration and all of that, he went to all of them and he followed all of them, no exception. But without this disrupting or disfiguring, the true image of what the tradition is. So, if I don't know where was it? Let me see if we could find the verse. Can anyone read it if you could find it?
I have it here. Then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, why do your disciples not walk according to the tradition of the elders, but eat bread with unwashed hands? He answered and said to them, Well did Isaiah prophesy of you, hypocrites, as it is written, this people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. And in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandment of God, you hold the tradition of men, the washing of pitchers and cups, and many other such things you do.
Okay, so if we look at it, Isaiah, when he prophesied about them, basically he's trying to show them again here, why your disciple, all what they were doing is try to get him into trouble, right? To make him fall into trouble or show some kind of wrongdoing from him. And always Christ take an opportunity to recorrect our thoughts and to recorrect our behavior, or for our benefit. It's not like he's trying to defend himself. He doesn't need to defend himself. He's perfect. But always his answer is to recorrect our thoughts or behavior, or anything has to do with our weaknesses. Here he trying to tell them, you just worship me with lips, which means there is no depth in your worship of God. And he said, your heart is way far from me, or is far from me. Then he said, a teaching for doctrine and commandment of men, meaning, and he continued here, but you say, if man shall say to his father or mother, it is korban, meaning an offer korban, that it is, say, a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, he shall be free. So if you give an offering to the synagogue, korban, that directly, then he shall be free. So here they teaching them that they forget the essence of the commandment, and they look at the outside of it. Again, when he said he doesn't reject the by the way the tradition at all, and he doesn't say, oh, I don't want my disciple not to wash their hands, but he's correcting our thoughts and our understanding of what the tradition is. The traditions gear us toward deeper understanding of the gospel, or deeper understanding of the spiritual life. And again, when he said, uh, when he's talking about the heart, the cleansing of the heart, not the hands. And again, he didn't say even not the hand. He's concentrating on the cleansing of the heart, because he said, whatever we eat or consume with even dirty hand, it's not going to pollute the soul or the heart. So he's not saying don't do it, no, but he's saying this is not what's going to harm you or going to uh, make you a better person. What's going to make you a better person is what in your heart. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he really didn't say don't, or we are not going to do it, or is are going to forbid them from doing it, or we shouldn't follow. He himself followed all the tradition of the everything. When he went to the altar when he was 8 days old, and when he was also 30 years old, he went to the temple and he read, because at that time he can become a priest, or he can become, he could read in the synagogue and so on. So he himself followed the tradition. Do you see what I'm saying, or I'm saying too many things to lose you?
No, I see. Thank you, Mona.